Oh, that was
Oh,
fast.
that's right. We're in here.
Oh, yeah. What's going
Pull
on?
out that flashlight.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's Disco Elysium time once again. Iz is actually playing this time.
Oh, fuck,
I've
I
played
know,
all of
right.
the episodes until now, so forgive her if she has a little moment of...
Like, what the fuck is happening? Are we? What's the
Adjust.
plan?
It's you again.
Ooh.
Are you looking for a die?
No, let me out.
So we've ordered a die for her from her that she will give to us in 8 hours.
Okay, nice.
We had been talking about interviewing the Wild Pines representative and the union boss, maybe? I don't know. They're like two people that we need to talk to. So if you're not opposed, I think that's probably our main... Oh, we could also go back and talk to Plaisance.
Let's do that, because she should be through here, right?
I don't know if you can... Oh, yeah.
Through here somewhere?
Yeah, that's the magical door.
Let me through the magic. Let me through the magic. Hey, Plaisance. Okay, what's she got to say?
You're alive and well. Don't keep me waiting now. What's in there? In that dark sarcophagus? Yes. How was it?
Tell her how ghastly it was. You know it's what she wants to hear.
Yeah. I want to say that. No. What do you reckon? I reckon the top one.
I like one, but I also am still curious about whether there will be some more information behind the curse.
So I say 1 or 3.
1 or 3.
Yeah. What do you reckon? I love that I'm choosing my options and the flashlight is.
Dance.
I kind of like the energy of 1.
Yeah, do it. Fuck
I
it.
knew it. Oh, such horrors that have been thrust upon us. But what else did you find? Did anything survive? No, of course not. Have you located
Ooh,
the...
let's ask
entity?
questions. Sorry.
That one?
Yeah.
About the curse?
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
Why didn't you just tell me right away it's a curse? Are these interesting questions?
Not so much. They're more
It's
like
not
before
good to
we...
talk about the curse.
Yeah,
not
sorry,
in detail. The negativism. It's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Void rage. You have new words.
I do.
Never mind.
Never mind, okay.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
Let's see what she says to that.
Maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? Some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
I want to say I felt her aura.
Yeah, she's not the one to
I
blame
don't
for the
understand.
curse.
If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
She looks perplexed.
Before you say anything, ask yourself, is the woman really able to withstand
You can't handle the truth.
the narrative she's built herself? It does need tearing down.
I mean, does it?
Okay.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
Oh dear.
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her.
Okay.
To hell
Suggestion.
with it. Perchance you ought to just lie.
Ooh,
Oh, I
we've got
do
a
like
few
drama.
options here. So we've got, she says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies, or she said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. We can lie and say the source is in the taxidermist's shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Or, honestly, I don't have an answer yet. There still needs to be followed, like that strange radio computer thing. Or there is another entity, more malignant, pulling strings in Martinaise. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it.
Okay, so personally I like 2 of the options. One is the lie, number 3, and number 5.
I really like number 5 because
Okay.
I feel like we are still investigating the source of malignancy, and it may just be capitalism.
Might
But,
just be capitalism.
you know, like,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, number
Yeah.
5.
A third order presence, yes.
She likes that.
She lets go of the pendant.
I've heard of these triactors. In certain occult literature, that's too dark to dwell on for too long, and definitely not in public.
She gestures for you to be
I
silent.
mean, what's not public when there's ghosts? Like, literally, there's nobody else in the shop right now.
I understand everything, sir.
Ooh.
Thank you for your descending
leave it up.
into the maelstrom. I will keep fort up here, strengthen the wards, do my best. And if you happen upon the third entity in your travels,
Yes.
We got 70 experience.
That's pretty good. It was a major quest.
Wow.
may the Lord be with you.
Oh,
She performs an X-shaped cross.
X-shaped. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Which lord
Well,
is she referring
This
to?
has been absolutely educational. If we happen on the third presence in our travels, we will certainly come back to tell you.
Thank you, Kim.
Yes.
Poor Kim.
The venture continues in other waters, darker waters.
Nice.
Should we get out of here before the vortex collapses?
Okay, farewell for now.
Fantastic.
Wow. I think we did great with that. I'm glad we came back to speak to her.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
You keep getting those things, but it doesn't give you like a...
I'm right-clicking. That's why. Or
What?
I'm right-clicking to get them.
Oh, weird.
What's
Yeah, let's look at our quests.
That's not where.
Down at the journal at the bottom.
Okay. So we need to run the number on the victim's
We've
armor. Is
done
that
that.
today? Okay. Oh, and then call back for that owner. We need 5 more. Do we have enough money already?
Possibly not, because you were like, let's buy dice.
Oh yeah.
It
was worth it. We need to. Oh yeah, track down our badge. That's a little pain in the bum.
I think
You want to know the wild
I
pines?
think these 2 interviews are the only ones that we can actually like actively take action on at this
Okay, cool.
point.
Can we track them or something?
Well, we haven't gone up and tried to get into, like, not this way, like where the people are protesting.
Round right. Okay.
So I think maybe if we start there and see.
Coming for you with my gloves and my flashlight.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got 22 real at the moment.
So we've got heaps. I'm sure we've looked at this before.
How much does it cost a night? I can't remember. Was it
20?
20? Okay.
It says GRIH. Can we just go in?
Oh, what's that?
The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour.
Oh, that's what it stands for, presumably.
Shall I go have a look around here and see what's just a little bit
Yeah,
further?
see if we can go any further in that direction, I guess. Oh, okay.
You never know.
What's in that basket?
The lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they stored booze. Okay. That's all right. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let's have a look in here though. Let me touch it.
It's funny watching you play so differently to me.
A foreign car kept in good condition. In what way?
You're just like real impatient.
I gotta click. Let me touch it.
Faster.
Well, look, I figured out that shift lets me run, and I'm pleased.
Oh, well, I didn't know that. So there you go.
Well, you hit it on
So
the
I
mouse
reckon he'll
somehow.
just let us go buy him. So let's just go buy him and go
Okay, yeah.
upstairs.
Don't worry about me. Yeah, nice. What do we reckon's down here?
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Who's this?
Measurehead crushes all.
Oh, okay. Who? Ooh.
Do you want to...
This guy looks grumpy.
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
That's true.
I feel like I might be in a dangerous conversation. Let's carry on.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant side agrees. So we've got say nothing, size him up first. I don't think that's wise. What do... Oh...
Sometimes those give us a little bit more information.
Yeah. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy? My body does not betray my degeneracy. So I'm degenerate. It just doesn't betray me. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbour. I don't want to say that one.
That's a bit confronting,
We
eh?
don't have time to get into this. All right. Do you want to do number 1 or 2?
Number 1 first.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
Yes.
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sure. I love that you're just like in his face with a
Must be
flashlight.
frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, I'm sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
I'm not going to puff out my chest if
No.
it's goading him.
Maybe 2?
Not? It does not? Oh, sorry, yes. What does he mean?
You have succumbed to Al-Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he was smelling a dead rat.
Alcohol?
Maybe.
Maybe. Let's have a look.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can.
Should we ask
It is
him?
making the woman in my company sick.
We probably showered today.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
We even fucking pulled
We haven't showered
Boots.
days!
boots off a dead man and we haven't showered.
Yeah. Should we ask him alcohol?
I reckon that number 2.
It's not good.
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk and drowned.
3?
No, you don't. You need to get another
No.
drink. Occidental haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
It's so interesting.
Sandwich. Could that sound like something else?
I don't know. But haplogroup is your, like, ancient historic... Oh, so I think it's a common ancestor.
Okay.
Fuck, friends. I don't know. I'm not. Maybe you.
Hashtag we're anthropologists.
Yeah.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Maybe 3?
I kind of like 1. Because the lorryman was awful.
He was awful, but I'm interested whether this guy is being like white supremacist or if he's actually being the opposite of that.
Oh, that's a great question. I
It's not
assumed he was
super
being
clear.
the opposite. Okay. I don't know. So I guess 3, because I had interpreted it.
As him being white supremacist?
No, the other way.
Right, yeah.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful
Oh,
race.
maybe you've been a bit
Okay.
gross.
Is this Googling?
You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Yeah, sure, but lots of races did interesting things.
Haplogroup. So I was right when I said common ancestor. Ha! Brains pulling out random information from nowhere. A haplogroup is a genetic population group of people who share a common ancestor on either the patriline or the matriline. Top level haplogroups are assigned letters of the alphabet. Oh yeah. So it's just like a group of people.
Big groups.
Big groups.
Okay, cool.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture.
I think that's true for Raphael, absolutely. Obsessed with sadness and frivolous pop culture?
You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Ooh.
We definitely don't want to say 4.
And we definitely don't want to push him.
Number 3, maybe?
You're right.
You're right about all of this. Now I just need you to let me go into the harbour.
To be quite frank, I am not following his argument at all. I don't actually quite know what he's arguing for.
Well, I think maybe he's arguing, as you originally thought, that like the sort of white European is no longer supreme and is falling out of its. But I don't know what that has to do with us.
No, and I don't know what his interpretation of that is.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're right about all of this?
Yeah.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity. by inviting the other races to a great world war.
No, let's not
Bring
do
your
that.
troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum.
So maybe he is a Seminine?
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
I don't know about that.
Bottom one?
Well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an
Advanced racist!
Shan.
Okay, so what are our options here? We've got, isn't Everett the union boss white? Or know anything about this mug?
No!
We definitely do not want to show him the mug. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys, which presumably is the protesters downstairs? What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean?
We have some checks. We've got conceptualization, which is reasonable. I don't want to subscribe to it. That's why it's easy.
Or try
Knock
and
him
knock him
out.
which I don't think that's a good idea at all.
I think it'll knock us out.
Yeah, probably break our bones on his face.
Well, 17% is not 0.
No!
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Although we have been warned that we can internalize it without, and then we can reject it.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Should I ask him about his tattoos?
Sure.
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
He gestures to the lorry man down the street.
Fair,
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the fritter nearby. He must think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
I think I want to go the other way and see what's inside the house.
Okay.
Your silence betrays your inferiority. You do not have a reply. You should enter a deep race slumber. Perhaps in 4,000 years, there is need for a servile homunculus.
I kind of love this guy, even though he's terrible. I love how out there he is.
Yeah, it's interesting because we don't actually know what the dynamic is between any
The
of these people.
races, yeah. We
Let's-
did hear that there was a war with the Seminise, because that's what the guy wearing the armor had his armor for. He was in a war with them.
So let's ask about the Hardy Boys.
Sure.
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last.
Looks
In
towards the coast
addition,
defiantly.
These so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degraded.
It's interesting to me that he's got this kind of gaggle of women around him. He's very much he is embodying both literally and emotionally the kind of superior male
You
ideology.
pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
Interesting. Maybe one?
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Seminese.
Interesting.
Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
Oh, it's interesting because you did say he's sort of embodying this masculinity, right? But he's obviously got a view of women. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
I'm interested in the dynamics. Yeah, the gender dynamics going on. Who do you mean?
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, he takes a quick note. I want to ask about Everett. I don't know why that mattered, but look, okay.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes towards the house, seemingly bored with you.
So from here
Okay.
we have but you serve him. You still serve him. How does that factor into your life? Well, you keep telling yourself that, or I'm sorry. Of course, I understand now. Deeper.
I kind of like 1 or 2.
I'll go with 1.
Okay.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront International Capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did.
So even though Everett is white, this guy obviously thinks he's from a different race?
Or there's... Well, I wonder if... Well, I don't know how to sort of rationalize it for him. But I do wonder if it's kind of one of those things about racism actually not being logical. And you kind of make if someone has a racist framework...
They often make weird exceptions. Yeah.
Anyway.
Also, to serve is noble.
Okay.
It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I find this guy's ideology kind of a really interesting... you know how there's like these people on the internet who are all like alpha male, like how to use negging, kind of like really extreme white supremacist views. I feel like it's like a really interesting combination of that, and also he's not white, presumably, like he's not from the majority power race in this context of this world, right?
We're assuming that
the Seminoles have been like a minority in this context,
based on the very small fragments of what we've seen.
Yeah. So it's like he's espousing quite familiar kind of words, but from a different perspective, which I think is interesting.
My jam is a mysterious fourth thing. I'm going to say that.
Okay.
So, the options are...
Do you feel that that's true?
I'm no communist. Communism is pretty cool. Individualism is my jam. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing, or enough of this. We're not doing the last one. I just don't think Raphael really knows. I think Raphael is just making his way through life.
I feel like he could be a bit of a communist, just from some of the things that he's said within his own mind.
I think he could be. I think he's been individualistic up until now.
It's true.
Yeah.
My jam is a mysterious fourth thing.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
So now he's digging at youth culture, taking a dig at youth culture. Like,
We got a rip for disco.
Yeah.
We got a rip for disco. That's what we're here for.
I've got a nip from disco, actually.
Offshoots of the Seminoles people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done.
So he's quite purist. He's quite straight edge as such.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
I'm gonna ask.
Oh,
the
yes,
top
let's
one.
ask the top one.
So the top one is
Who
okay.
are the Seminoles?
Yeah, I'll ask who are the Seminoles.
The South Island race, haplogroup A4A. We are the rightful masters of the Insulindian archipelago. We descend from the Areopagites of ancient Pericarnassus and arrived here 4,000 years ago. Millennia before you.
Oh, interesting. So are we in this archipelago that was kind of the home of the
We
Seminoles?
descended from the colonists.
Yeah, sure. But
Yeah.
like, are we in what should be Seminoles land right now? Is what I'm curious about.
Okay.
We are the future. That is all you need to know.
Okay, so Revachel's not in the islands. That's what I was.
So you were born and raised on the islands before you moved to Revachol?
I am a descendant. The narrow streets of Ulumbuir are with me in my genetic dreams. I see young Seminoles women walk into the grey mass on Ile de Fantôme, waiting on immaculate conception from the pay.
I don't know if I want to press that.
Yeah, I don't think I want to ask either one or two because that's kind of like it's an essentialist view, isn't it?
It's
of-
also one of those questions like, where are you really from?
Yeah, and it's denying someone their space to identify as a culture just because they weren't born in a specific location, right?
Yes, and it kind of just bulldozes over the idea of diaspora.
Yeah.
So-
So 3. Understood.
Good.
You
Okay.
can ask him what he thinks about this situation.
Yes.
I think this racist is better than the last, but the next racist will be the really good one.
Thank you,
That's
Kim.
a great comment, Kim.
That will be the...
There will be a lucky racist.
He will grant us 3 wishes.
Oh, I love Kim. He's great.
I'm really enjoying Kim's company.
Your pedomorphic friend has quick wits, a protruding occiput, and an indented zygomatic bone.
This guy's
He's
kidding.
analyzing his physical structure based on his race, right?
The lieutenant does not flinch.
You should keep him close. The congenital defect of farsightedness does not render him a complete invalid. He still has the use of his mind.
Kim is fabulous, and you're a fuck.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think we should leave, check out that door.
Yeah.
And we still do have more investigating, I think, that we can do through that upstairs bit where our coat was. Because we kind of bailed on that because we wanted to do other things at the time. I don't think we should try to knock him out. There are 3 other people here who could all potentially gang up on us. Plus, it's assault and we're a cop. We could blow up in our face. You still want to click the button.
So much.
Look, we can come back to it if we get completely stuck.
Okay. Thank you. And so that whole time as Mo was chatting, I'm just hovering over this and like nodding.
She's just making this face
As
like.
soon as you get into the harbor, there's an interview to conduct. There must be another way.
His gaze
Okay.
wanders over to the Willings roof to the yard. Yeah, I was just the whole time, like narrowing my eyes, like
the button
Button's right
push
there.
was
It's right
calling
there.
to her. Okay.
Try the jump. Up there on the roof. It'll be worth it. Else there is little choice but to figure out a way to deal with the man.
now. I kind of do want to just smack him at some point. I don't think it'll go very well. I think he might actually just kill us in one hit, but you know. You never know, right? What's this? Gimme. In case of a strike, press the button behind the guard.
Okay.
A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. And we've got this over there. There's no lock picking or door kicking this one.
Okay.
Right, so it is saying we need to go past him.
Or the other way.
Oh, he said we could jump over something, right?
Remember how when we went through Kuno's house?
Oh yeah, is that where we're meant to jump?
Uh-huh.
Well, we failed that reasonably spectacularly. Do we want to try it again? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I reckon we should go back there.
Okay, let's go. We've got full health. I don't know why this is a better option than smacking him in the face.
It's not breaking the law. I mean...
Yeah, but we are breaking and entering all over the place.
Or, also, hang on, before you go, we still have the option of talking to the union guys in the building, because we bailed past them to show off.
Maybe we should do that. Fuck it, let's do that. At least we don't have to,
Want to save first?
Yeah, did autosave, but that way we don't have to make a, you know...
Potentially
deadly check.
Deadly,
I have my torch. It's a bowl. There's spit in it, regular tobacco. Disgusting.
Pleasant.
Talk to me.
Over here.
Oh! Elizabeth snaps her fingers. Oh. Do you want to chat?
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinaise, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Ooh, she's got way more aggressive with us today.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
I knew you were not the gardener. We didn't know that, though.
Well, she could still be a gardener and be like...
I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal.
Yeah.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, is this...
She crosses her arms.
Is this the Wild Pines rep?
Ooh.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinaise does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Well...
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that I think even though unofficially the unions are allowed to police these areas, officially it's us, right?
Yeah, I love that she was there scoping us out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Ooh. What if I want to talk to you? Not Titus.
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinaise, you are no one.
What's your role in all of this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
What are you going to do to me?
Well, I don't know if we want to ask that. Because essentially the implication is they could make us disappear, right? Because that's what Kim said earlier, that like if we make too much of a fuss, the disappearance of 2 officers is something that might be overlooked.
And I don't want to ask her why she's so aggressive. She's talking to us the same way that everybody is talking to us like that.
Yeah, and she's got a job to do, which
right.
is to protect the legal frame, the rights of the union, which fair enough.
I should talk to Titus then. Who I assume is this guy.
This is where you say your bed.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Okay.
Now what? Okay, yeah, continue.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Oh, interesting. Don't say anything yet. First, we need to talk to you about your attitude. No. We need to talk about the man. Shall we just say nothing for a second?
Yeah.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Okay,
Do not
calm
let their
down.
squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire.
I love drama. I feel like we should put more points in drama. The chatter is too inane to reach your ears. Raise your chin and gaze into the distance like a prince. I really want to do that.
If you want to do it,
Yes.
you can live with the consequences.
This guy high or something?
The little guy looks at his mates in disbelief.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We are looking for Titus Hardy.
The lieutenant turns to the broad-shouldered man at the end of the table.
Okay, we're going to talk about the hanged man. We're not going to ask about their attitudes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
That's a really strange accent.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
We were drunk for days on end.
Yeah, we were having a whole time.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
And we got his boots.
I feel like Iz is playing today and like she's just like brought this like chaos gremlin energy. It's great.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
It's kind of this whole thing where it's our job. I mean,
also a corpse hanging in the backyard is just, you know,
a massive health and safety risk.
Really disruptive.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Huh.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard.
Okay.
Chances are they're going to match.
Scan the room.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine.
Okay.
Sitting on his right.
Again, names.
Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian. In his late 30s, early 40s. And then, standard working boot.
Oh, the steel toes.
Reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain.
What
In
the fuck?
Far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
What the fuck is a plectrum?
I don't know.
Can we look that up?
Yeah, you were saying you
Oh,
wonder.
I was going to say, what the fuck is a rugby cap? We live in a country that's obsessed with rugby, and I've literally never heard of a rugby cap.
Is it the... Well, there are the helmets. They're kind of soft.
Yeah, but he's clearly not wearing one of those.
No, so I don't quite... Plectrum is an instrument. Oh, it's a little pick.
Oh, it's a pick, like a guitar pick.
Yeah. I'm just going to say where.
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important.
It could be important.
That's right. That's why I asked.
Let's call this one the musician.
Okay.
See, I really think we should put more into drama.
Okay.
That it
Yeah.
gives us...
Interesting depth.
Yeah.
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing.
Okay.
In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220.
That's what we were looking for. So this is the group that killed him.
These 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
So one of them is missing, the odd soul.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
Okay, so these are the Hardy boys he was talking about before, and so they're the ones that the Seminese guy was saying have fallen into strange behaviour and are getting drugs off a lady.
They've fallen under the sway of a lady, yes.
The fuck is with you, fella?
Just
I'm gonna
ask him
it.
straight out if he did.
I'm gonna,
Ooh.
I'm gonna ask about the 8th Hardy boy.
Ooh.
I reckon the 8th is probably the lady that the tattooed guy spoke about.
Do you think?
Yeah.
But wasn't it another pair of, like, man-sized boots?
Was it?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. Someone with odd feet, right? Like an odd sole?
The odd sole, yes. So, did you want to ask?
I don't know what to say. I don't feel like saying any of these things.
I want to say that one.
Okay.
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here.
He sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
He shakes his head.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She.
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy. It's a
Yes,
she,
thanks, Ken.
and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End.
He points to the lieutenant.
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Well.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Okay, I'm gonna, in the spirit of esprit de corps, I'm gonna just take off.
Okay.
All right, that was productive.
Do you want to check out those things on the walls?
Yeah. Photos of men in overalls toting guns and Union placards.
That's promising.
You see hawthorn bushes outside.
What's
Okay.
that supposed to mean? Does that mean could we hide in the bushes and... This lady's saying I'm worried. Do we want to just check in with her?
Sorry we ran into you earlier.
Yeah.
Just a moment, officer. And there's no public phones nearby?
She's agitated and keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
He appears to be genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. Now then.
Top one?
Yeah, g'day ma'am. Everything okay? Or alright?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Why not?
The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
Can we ask what's wrong with the phone line? Because it was working when What's-Her-Face called in the dead body. So it's broken down in the last week?
Yeah.
The manager was vague about it.
She frowns.
Why would he be vague? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi, may I ask what you needed to use the phone for, madame?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Your husband's missing and you didn't think to mention this to us cops?
Well, I mean, I don't think they think cops are very helpful around here.
True.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
She looks down.
Oh, forgive me for not introducing myself. My name is Lena. My husband and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
I'm not leaving. I'll do the top one. Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before? I had a bit of a before because she says, forgive me for not introducing myself. And I was like, wait, you didn't want to talk to me after I just
like bashed your chair over the other day?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
Cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it. Somnolent. A damp chill goes down your spine. When you look around, you're still in the whirling in rags?
Just noticing that it's given us the information that she's not just Lena, but she's Lena, the cryptozoologist's wife.
We noticed this when we ran into her.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, we did. But
so cryptozoologist is like people who like chase down like Bigfoot and stuff, right?
Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, cool.
I'm not sure if that's correct.
No, I think you're right.
I think it is.
Whoever recommended Shivers to us, fabulous recommendation.
Great. Yeah.
But you have more important things to worry about.
Well, not really. The guy who's dead is already dead. Your husband might be in need of saving.
Yeah. She glances out the window towards the bay. I'm going to ask her about the expedition the husband was on.
Yeah.
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect.
Okay. Is it real?
But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
You're right. It's
okay.
That's what cryptozoology is.
Okay.
Who is this Gary person? Do you trust him?
Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that.
She smiles.
Gary's as loyal as they come. I trust him with my husband's life any day.
Okay.
You mentioned traps. Could there be some problem with them? I don't know what.
Yep.
I doubt it, sweetie. The traps aren't big enough for humans to get caught in them. They're for the insect.
Okay, but what is the insect?
Anyway.
That's right, we don't have big insectors. She looks around.
Do it. Find him. This will surely lead to a mystery with the extremely rare insect.
Thanks, Linda.
Yes, please. Some science fiction is exactly what's needed right now.
Sure, yeah.
Spice up that vanilla murder investigation.
Fine,
Okay.
that sounds like police business. I'll help you find your husband.
Are you sure we have time to go chasing after bug hunters just now? I did suggest we play it cool, but...
Oh, okay, so there's a few fun options here.
I quite like number 3, which is I've got a premonition that this missing scientist is connected to our main case.
Let's go, let's do it.
I sincerely doubt it. Still, I suppose it won't hurt to keep an eye out.
Thanks, Cam. I love how accommodating he is of us.
Yeah. He's like not impressed, but he's not going to put up a fight about it.
No.
Thank you, officers. Truly, I'll be right here if you come across any sign of Morel.
Ah, okay, so your husband is some kind of scientist? Tell me about that.
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
Tell us what that is.
Yeah.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
I mean, that sort of research can tell us really interesting things about like cultures and like shared myths and stuff like that, but I guess it's like the question of whether you're taking it seriously or not. Like, what am I trying to say? There's taking it seriously in the sense that you believe that Loch Ness is a real... Nessie is a real monster, and there's the understanding of how we share stories and where they come
cultural
from
impact
and stuff like, and how that's interesting.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Okay, is this quite excited about the suggestion option?
Yeah. Okay, so maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids. I want to hear what cryptids she has to tell us about.
I want to hear them too, but can we just have a look at what these other questions are? So we've got the water lock on the canal is broken, so your husband is probably just stuck on the other side of the coast.
Which is probably right.
We've got tell us more about morale, looks, character, your relationship. Also, tell me more about this rare insect. I'm curious about that one.
Yeah.
And you didn't notice this about me, but actually I've lost all my memory of the world and myself and have no idea what I'm doing. I don't think we need to tell her that.
No.
Okay, so yeah, do your suggestion thing. See if it works.
Sometimes the most charming thing you can do is be reasonable in your requests.
Can you tell me about just one interesting cryptid?
I suppose you could use a break and I could use a distraction.
Look at us just fucking waving at.
One cryptid, like you said. One.
He
This
throws us
can't
one of his
turn
looks.
into some kind of cryptid extravaganza. We have things to do.
Okay, Kim, just one little cryptid, promise.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Ooh, tough choice there.
Ooh. We've got the biggest cryptid, the tiniest cryptid, the most dangerous, invisible cryptids, and then can't be bothered asking any more questions.
Well, we said just one. It looks like we can blow right through that and annoy Kim, but I don't want to. I just want to we promised just one. Which one?
I like number 3. What's the most dangerous cryptid?
Dangerous. All right, let's do that. Number 3.
The gnome of Jeroma.
Ooh. The gnome of Jeroma. That sounds terrifying, I'm going to say.
Oh, yes. None of its victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
Wow, convenient.
What did this cryptid look like?
It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and a gangly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it.
Could have just left it the fuck alone.
What?
It still took the gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
Okay.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming the existence of this very little species?
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom. Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
She says mostly to herself.
I do think, like the channel we've mentioned, Ask a Mortician. Some of these sorts of stories where it's like, this mysterious thing happened, like, there is often a real reason why a thing happened. Like a bunch of people went missing and no one ever found the body.
And they really did, yeah.
So I guess my instinct is with this sort of thing is not to just like be completely dismissive of the whole concept, but to be like, okay, well, what actual facts do we have and what potential things could that mean, right?
Yeah. Where have the leaps of logic been made and what is actually underpinning that?
Yeah.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
I mean,
I don't want to say that.
Yeah, so say the bottom one. No, it was perfectly good explanation. Stop being so skeptical.
Sure, a perfectly good explanation. It dissolved in its own venom.
As much I want to
Go
ask
on
the
then.
other ones.
Ask about more.
We did
gnomes
promise
or
Kim
whatever.
just one.
We did. I mean, we all could have said a cryptid extravaganza sounds amazing.
We can come back to it.
We can come back to it.
Of course, dear.
See? We can ask for more cryptids.
Oh, great. Okay.
Okay, so shall we ask about Morel's looks, character, relationship? Or the rare insect?
The
that's
rare
around it?
insect, yeah.
Tell us more about this rare insect.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
We need to know about this for the case.
I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
What does that mean?
Ah, yes.
A phantom?
Phasmatodia. A diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Ghost insects.
I like them.
Colloquially.
I have to say,
we get a lot of stick insects at my place.
Yes, I was going to say, I never noticed them down in Christchurch.
No, I don't. I think it was too cold for them down there.
But yeah,
you get massive ones here that like the length of your whole palm.
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
That's cool when they're like bobbing.
Yeah. Here comes the interesting.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast.
Okay.
Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
She looks you in the eye and nods thoughtfully. Look, if we help you find this phasmid, I do
Want co-credit?
Yeah. And possibly even for it to be named or co-named after me.
Raphael, the Reed phasmid. Yeah, love it.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you.
I mean...
It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Yeah.
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have.
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
I'm glad she's so excited. I remember, I don't know where I heard it, but it was this person talking about, like, this time that they were, like, convinced that they saw an alien. And they were talking about how they and their partner had just driven up the car into their drive, and then they saw this thing walking along the ground, and they were like, what the holy living fuck is that? Like, that looks nothing like any creature I've ever seen or heard of. And it wasn't until later that they realized it was a bat walking on the ground.
Oh, that's
and that's why it
interesting.
looked so weird, because it had like these kind of freaky like wings, and you know, like they walk on their elbows or something, don't they?
And they've got strange distribution of hair and
yeah. But it was just kind of like a classic example of like, if you're looking at something and
it's unfamiliar to you.
It's super unfamiliar. You can kind of, your brain doesn't necessarily know how to categorize it. Yeah.
You seem really excited about this cryptid.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Does it have cool powers?
Yeah.
Yes. It can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries even.
Is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Okay, so
what's so special about it then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
The woman's face flushes with embarrassment.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
I just want to ask about his looks. And then we can perhaps move on.
Sure,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh dear. I'm not sure where to begin.
What does he look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
Okay.
Let's try again. If I were trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame. And he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild, even.
Okay, thank you.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
Good job.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case.
I just ask how long they've been married.
We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn.
Oh, not very long for someone her
Not the
age.
most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow.
Okay, cool. And how did the two of you meet?
Via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say.
Well, it's not nothing to be ashamed
I
of.
was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident. And he just divorced.
Fair enough.
We hit it off, and, well, here we are.
She smiles wistfully.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
Okay. I think I have all the information I
I
need.
hope I've been useful.
Can we say the top one just to say it?
Yeah, the
and
water
then,
lock
then move on.
on the canal is broken and your husband is probably stuck on the other
my.
side.
What happened to the water lock?
Probably just some technical problem. Word it around the canal somewhere and you cryptid destroyed it.
We have no idea.
I really don't know.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful to both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
Okay.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
It'd be interesting if we could ever leave this area.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
We're going to realize I've spent enough time talking to you. Yeah, if we see him, why wouldn't we say something?
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
Okay, we're done?
Yeah, we're done.
Nice.
Cool.
So, shall we leave it there for
How
now?
long have we been... Okay, yeah, now. Do you want to put a point into drama now?
Before I save, yes I do. Is it down here? This one?
The first one, yeah.
And
And we've already got 5 points in it.
Oh, we probably
Which
don't
is
need
quite a
more in
lot.
it. Yeah, we probably need to put more into, what did we think? Physical instrument?
Yeah.
Yes.
I reckon we should hang off until we get up to where that jump is and find out what check it. Although we can find out in our list, can't we?
We can.
There's a funny list somewhere.
On the map. So what is it? The map wall, water door, trash container, ice cream maker, Measurehead? What's that? Oh, that's him. Oh, that's if we fight him. What was it?
I don't know. Policeman cloak.
Challenging. Savoir-faire.
Those on white are available to try now. So we could try it again now. Although it's
it's not on white.
It's not?
No, it's
Oh, okay.
on grey. But that means we could go try some of the other ones. Anyway, I mean, we could try and find Measurehead. Anyway,
You just want to fight that guy so badly.
maybe we should put it into savoir-faire.
Can we have a look at how many points we've got in savoir-faire already?
So we have 2 in savoir-faire. How many points we got?
If you click on it, what is it? I think we've just got 1 point. Sneak. And stun.
Ooh, with panache. Okay, shall we leave it? And we
Plus, we can still take off. Remember how we took our pants off?
Oh,
We can put a point in and then take our pants off.
and then we might have enough.
Yeah.
Okay, we will leave that for the next episode. Friends, I hope you had a good time learning about, I don't know, cryptids with us.
Yes. We're all more educated, apart from the people who are watching who are already cryptozoologists.
Yes, you know more than us. And with that, I hope you are having some sort of break.
Yeah. And may there be candy.
Snacks.
Snacks.
We'll catch you next time.
We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.